All right, hello. This is a teacher's journey. I'm back after over a year doing podcast. After doing my last podcast, happy that you're all are listening. Thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate the time. Wondering if everyone hasn't wondering where I am. I'm here. I took a little break from podcasting because as a teacher, my schedule was very busy last year. I did a lot of summer programs. I did tutoring, and I'm still teaching. So I'm very happy about that. Just a lot was going on. Took a little break from it. Hopefully, I can be back into doing the podcast and be able to do it more on a more consistent basis. I really want to be able to provide value to everyone and making sure that if there's something that you want me to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about it. And being able to do that is very important to me. As I know, we're in the summertime. We're some of us are going back are about to go back for to school soon. Some of us are still in the summer vacation, ready to, still enjoying it. Hopefully that you're having a great summer and that you had a great school year. I'm really, you know, I'm this, so since I've last talked to you, I was at my school, and it was a challenge. It was this year was a little bit was better for me. This year was a better year. I had a better overall year compared to my previous year. It was my first year. The previous year, and then this year was my second year, so I really had a little uh, better acumen with the curriculum, with everything that was going on, and a little more. It was better. I had some better rapport with the students, so it was nice in that sense. And I was pretty. It was better this year, but there were a lot of challenges this year. Every year is different. I've learned, and some years are going to be better than others. Some years are going to be more challenging than others. It was a very challenging year this year. There was just a lot of teacher turnover at my school, and I mean, I did my best, did what I could, and I think I'm very proud of the work I did these past 2 years as a teacher. I really am proud of it. I I did tutoring after school, and I did summer school not only last year, but then I'm doing summer school right now, and I'm proud of what the work I'm doing. Am I perfect at this job? No way, but I'm pretty proud with the work that I'm doing and making sure that I'm being the best teacher that I can. It's some days are going to be better than others, as we all know, and knowing that is very important. Being able to make sure that you, as a teacher, you are there for the kids, and that you're doing all that you can to help them. I know that some of us are looking forward to going back. Some of us are not looking forward to going back, and I can understand both sides. So I'm trying to I want to provide some value today, and seeing like stuff that you can do help you get ready for the school year. This is stuff that I've learned and something that I want to share, and make sure that when you're going into the new school year, that you're ready, and that you're ready to be back and being able to learn and make sure that you're doing what you can. So what I'm looking for. So again, this is something that so my what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking of this all. So what I'm thinking about, my first thing to do is like know what you want to accomplish this year. Like knowing like what you want, what are some goals that you have as a teacher, what you want to do better at, what you want to keep doing, what you want to change, what you want. I think knowing your goals for the school year as a teacher, like in your like professional development growth, is very important, because every year you it's about growing as a teacher and making sure that you're there with the kids, and that you're making sure you're learning year after year. You're not just being stalemate, because every year is going to be different, as I said earlier. Every year is different. Every year is just has its own challenges. So you have to have some goals about what you want to accomplish this year. I'm couple things I want to get better at. I'm gonna just tell you I want to be better at classroom management. I want to have a better classroom management structure with the kids, being good at that, being and then really having good questioning, like having good conversations with kids and being able to provide value in that sense, and being able to make sure they are they are on task and that they're engaged with the lesson, and that's something that to me is very important as a teacher, is making sure that the kids that I have are engaged in the lessons. um, that is my first thing, like again, having goals in mind, making sure that you're having goals in all this. um, Second is just having things prepared, like having your materials prepared, knowing what materials that you may or may not need for the year, getting yourself set up before the early, so that way like you're not doing it last minute. Some schools give you time to do that and some schools don't, it depends. So you have to be able, you might have to go in early to set up your classroom and making sure that everything is set up the way you want to, and that it looks like looks right. So for me, it's always important to be able to have a checklist. Like sometimes the schools provide checklists to you, sometimes they don't. So you have to be able to know like what you want to have up and know what you want to do and get done. So making sure that you're having a good checklist to know to see like what you need to have up in your classroom for your students. So it's making sure, and then making sure you're checking them off, and then if you need anything that it's always a good idea sometimes like writing on the board even like what you need and taking a photo of it, so that way you're able to know, okay, what's going on, what do I need to do, and that helps me a lot too, and making sure that I have that ready to go. um, so that's the second thing, making sure that you have a list of what you need for your classroom. Third, I've always think like is giving yourself time and space to make sure that you're doing what you need to get done, but also making sure that you're able to do stuff that you want to do, whether it's go on vacation, doing anything that's a hobby of yours, something that you enjoy doing, whether it's even just relaxing, watching TV, like watching baseball game. I'm watching a baseball game right now, so so I'm making sure I'm taking time to relax, to get my making sure that I'm ready for the school year. Also, so that those are and then I'm also making sure that everything is making sure that I have everything that I need before I go. Making sure like making sure I have what I want to get done. If I want to go on vacation, I do that beforehand and getting that all set up, and that is something that helps out a lot. Like it helps up to get that vacation before you start the school year, so that way you're refreshed and ready to go. And that's something I did I did a trip last weekend, and then I went on a big trip to Italy back in May, and that was a really wonderful trip. And I'm very fortunate I was able to go because there was some, it was during the school year, and I had several family members, and including my girlfriend who couldn't go. School didn't allow them to go, so I was very fortunate about that. Um, it's really just making sure that you're in a good headspace, like you're doing, you're balancing out your time and with your work, and making sure that you're not, you know, making sure that you can get things done at school, but you're not staying like super late because you just don't want to burn out. Like I think that's really like my goal as it sometimes it's another goal of mine. I don't want to burn out. I want to make sure I'm rested. I work hard, and then when my day is done, my day's done at school. I think that's what I'm trying to do as a teacher, trying to make sure like unless something is urgent, I'm not going to be spending too much time at night or on the weekends doing schoolwork unless I have to, like unless it's urgent, like as I said. So I really make sure I'm spending time with family members, friends, and all that. So um, Yeah, I mean those are my things. I think it's really just making sure I get good headspace. Like if you're really stressed out about this coming year, that's number four, getting a good headspace. Like if you're really stressed out about this coming year for whatever reason, talk to friends, talk to family members, even talk to colleagues. I also if you're really stressed out about schoolwork, talk to a licensed therapist, a licensed counselor even about it, because that's a good venting point too, and then they can give you strategies about what you need to do, what and stuff and tips to deal with. I know there's even some teachers like I was looking online last week, and like, I think it was a week or two ago, and they had like a teachers like um, it was a teachers group, like a group for teachers to like meet and talk about things. And like one of like you have like a group of meeting people. And so you can look up groups as well, like for teachers who are struggling, or teachers just in general that just want to talk about stuff. So I mean, that's really what I have right now. I really don't. I really want to be able to make sure I'm providing value to you. And I know. I mean, this is going to be this is a short podcast. I don't want to make. I want to make sure these podcasts aren't 2 hours long. I mean, if they are, if they go 2 hours, great. But I want to provide value for you in that sense. I don't want to be just talking for 2 hours straight and not providing value. So that's important to me. Comment, like if you like the show. Please comment, making sure that you have everything that you need. And again, if you like, subscribe, comment. If you want to ask me any questions, please do so. I'd be happy to answer them on the air. And you can, and then I'll be here. So maybe trying to do these podcasts once a week. I'll trying to put them up. So I see that some of you have listened to old shows. Please do listen to the ones that are already posted. If you're a new subscriber, see where I'm coming from. I'm trying to do new things, trying to make sure that it's entertaining, not just entertaining, but provides value to teachers. That's what I'm trying to provide here today, is value to all you teachers. All right, thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon.